Welcome all of you. I welcome you all in our today's session, that is Informed Search Strategies 2. In the previous video, we have seen the informed search strategies. We have started in that video with greedy best first search. The greedy best first search tries to expand the nodes that is closest to the goal on the grounds that this is likely to lead to a solution quickly. So the greedy best first search will provide us a quick solution. In this video, we are going to discuss the A star search, which is the extension to this best first search. The informed search strategies is the strategy that uses problem specific knowledge, so beyond the definition of the problem itself. It is also known as the heuristic search strategy. This section shows how an informed search strategy can find solutions more efficiently than can an uniform search strategy. The general approach we consider is the best first search. Best first search is an instance of the general tree search or graph search algorithm in which a node is selected for expansion based on an evaluation function. This evaluation function is denoted as f of n. The tree search algorithm as well as graph search algorithms we have discussed in our previous videos. You can take the reference of these. The evaluation function is constituted as a constant estimate, so the node with a lowest evaluation is expanded first. The implementation of best first graph search is identical to that for uniform cost search. Uniform cost search is the search strategy which we have discussed in the uninformed search strategy video. It expect for the use of F instead of G to order the priority queue. The choice of F determines the search strategy. For example, the best first tree search includes depth first search as a special case. Most best first search algorithms include a component of F, a heuristic function which is denoted by h of n. What is h of n here? H of n is nothing but the estimated cost of the cheapest path from the state at the node n to the goal state. So it is nothing but the estimated cost of the cheapest path, okay, which is starting from node n and reaches to the goal state. So notice here that the h of n takes a node as input, but unlike g of n, it depends only on the state at that node. We will consider one example here, that is, in Romania, one might estimate the cost of the cheapest path from Arad to Bucharest via a straight line distance from Arad to Bucharest. Okay, so here the cost estimation is done with the help of cheapest path, which is from Arad, that is our starting node, and the Bucharest, which is our goal state. Okay, so straight line distance is calculated from Arad to Bucharest here. Okay, and out of that the cheapest path is selected. The heuristic functions are the most common form in which additional knowledge of the problem is imparted to the search algorithm. We consider them to be arbitrary, non-negative and problem-specific functions with one constraint, if n is the goal node, then h of n is equivalent to 0. So in earlier video, we have gone through the greedy best first search. The remaining search strategies are the A star search, which is used for minimizing the total estimated solution cost. The next informed search strategy is the memory bounded heuristic search. And the last one is the learning to search better. So we will start here with the A star search strategy. The most widely known form of best first search is called as the A star search. It evaluates nodes by combining g of n and h of n. What is g of n here? G of n is nothing but the cost to reach the node. And what is h of n? It is the cost to get from the node to the goal. Okay, so f of n is nothing but the combination of these two, that is cost to reach the node and the cost to get from the node to the goal. So f of n can be stated as g of n plus h of n. Since g of n gives the path cost from the start node to node n and h of n is the estimated cost of the cheapest path from n to the goal. We have f of n is the combination of these two, that is estimated cost of the cheapest solution through n. Thus, if we are trying to find the cheapest solution, a reasonable thing to try first is the node with the lowest value of g of n plus h of n. Okay, so we have to find the lowest value of the combination g of n plus h of n. It turns out that this strategy is more than just reasonable. Okay, so here the provided condition is that the heuristic function h of n satisfies certain conditions. Which are those conditions? So A star search should be both complete and optimal. So this algorithm, that is A star search algorithm, is identical to uniform cost search, except that A star uses g plus h instead of only g here. Now we are going to see the conditions for the optimality for the A star search. So what are those conditions? Those are admissibility and consistency. The first condition we require for optimality is the h of n should be an admissible heuristic. Now what is meant by this admissible heuristic? An admissible heuristic is one that never overestimates the cost to reach the goal. Okay, so the cost should not be overestimated. Okay, then and then it will be called as the admissible heuristic. Because g of n is the actual cost to reach n along the current path and f of n is equal to g of n plus h of n, we have as an immediate consequence that f of n never overestimates the true cost of the solution along the current path through n. Admissible heuristics are by nature optimistic because they think the cost of solving the problem is less than it actually is. An obvious example of an admissible heuristic is the straight line distance HSLD that we used in getting to Bucharest. The concept HSLD means what? It is the straight line distance, okay, from our starting node to the goal node. Okay, so that we have seen earlier in our previous video. So straight line distance is admissible because the shortest path between any two points is a straight line here, and as the straight line cannot be an overestimate, it is admissible. So in next figure we show the progress of an A-star tree search for Bucharest. Okay, we will start here from Arad and we will reach to the Bucharest through the tree search. The values of G are computed from the step costs and the values of HSLD. Okay. Notice in particular that Bucharest first appears on the front tire at step E, but it is not selected for expansion because its F cost 450 is higher than that of the Pitești, that is 470. Another way to say this is that there might be a solution through Pitești whose cost is as low as 417. So the algorithm will not settle for the solution that costs 450. So here we can see the search tree. Here the initial state is Arad. Okay, so here the f of n is calculated. So f is equivalent to g plus h here. The g cost is equal to 0 and h cost is 366. Okay, so the f value from Arad to Bucharest is 366 here. Now after expanding Arad, we have three different cities, that is Sibiu, Timisoara and Zerni. Again here the value of f of n is calculated. So for Sibiu f is 393, for Timisoara it is 447 and for Zernit it is 449. Okay, so here first two stages are shown and the nodes are labeled with f is equivalent to g plus h. That h values are nothing but the straight line distances to the Bucharest. In figure C here we have expanded the Sibiu as its cost is less than remaining two cities. From Sibiu again there are four cities, that is Arad, Făgăraș, then Ordia and Râmnicu Vileșia. If we see the cost here, it is 646 for Arad, 415 for Făgăraș, 617 for Oradea, and Râmnicu Vileșia has the cost is equivalent to 413. So as it has a less cost, it gets selected. And after expanding this low value city, that is Râmnicu Vileșia, we again have three different cities, that is Craiova, Pitești and Sibiu. The cost of all these cities is 526, 417 and 553. Here we will expand the Făgăraș also, as it also has the lowest value. So again from Făgăraș there are two cities, that is Sibiu and Bucharest, and the cost of these two cities is 591 and 450. Okay, so as the Pitești has less value than all these five cities, it gets considered for the next expansion. If Pitești has the three different cities, that is Bucharest, Craiova and the Râmnicu Vileșia. So from Pitezzi to Bucharest, the lowest cost is 480, and that is our goal point or goal node. So we have to stop there. The second slightly stronger condition, or sometimes known as the monotonicity, is required only for applications of A star to graph search. A heuristic h of n is consistent if for every node n and every successor n dash of n generated by any action A, the estimated cost of reaching the goal from n is no longer than the step cost of getting to n dash plus the estimated cost of reaching the goal from n dash. Okay, so h of n should be less than or equivalent to c of n comma a comma n dash plus h of n dash. Okay, so what is A here? A is the action generated. Okay, n is nothing but the generated node and n dash is the successor. Okay, so here we can find out the h of n, which should be less than or equivalent to c of n comma a comma n dash plus h of n dash. This is a form of the general triangle inequality, which stipulates that each side of the triangle cannot be longer than the sum of the other two sides. Here, the triangle is formed by n dash and the goal gn closest to n. For an admissible heuristic, the inequality makes perfect sense. If there were a route from n to g of n via n dash that was cheaper than h of n, that would violate the property that h of n is a lower bound on the cost to reach g of n. It is fairly easy to show that every consistent heuristic is also admissible. The consistency is therefore a stricter requirement than admissibility. But one has to work quite hard to concat heuristics that are admissible but not consistent. All the admissible heuristics we discuss in this chapter are also consistent. Consider here, for example, HSLD. What is HSLD? It is the shortest, it is the straight line distance. We know that the general triangle inequality is satisfied when each side is measured by the straight line distance, and that the straight line distance between n and n dash is no greater than c of n comma a comma n dash. Hence, HSLD is a consistent heuristic. So in this video, we have studied about the informed search strategies. We have considered here the A star search, which is also known as the minimizing the total estimated solution cost. So A star search is used for minimizing whatever is the total estimated solution cost. We have also seen the conditions required for the optimality. Okay, so what are those conditions? Those are nothing but the admissibility and the consistency. In our next video, we are going to see the optimality of the A star search. I hope this video is helpful for you for your further studies. Thank you.